In the past, people used to say, "Better to wear out your sawls than to tear your blankets." What did they mean by that, elder? They meant that it is better to wear out your sawls by working than to tear your blankets by being idle. Work is a blessing, work is a gift from God. It gives vitality to the body and freshness to the mind. If God had not given man the ability to work, he would have become stagnant. Those who are hardworking do not stop working even in old age. If they cease to work while still having strength, they will be overcome by melancholy. That is death for them. I remember an old man in Kanitsa who was nearly 90 years old, yet he never stopped working. In the end, he died in the fields 2 hours' walk from his home. Besides, the so-called physical active rest that many seek is nothing special. It only distracts them from their anxiety. They have food, sweets, bathing, resting. But as soon as all that is over, they seek another rest. Thus, they remain constantly dejected because something is always missing. They feel an emptiness, and their soul longs for fulfillment. However, the one who tires himself with work can have continuous joy, spiritual joy. But elder, if someone has a bad back, they cannot do all kinds of work? Well, don't the back muscles need a little exercise too? Isn't some kind of work, which acts as an exercise for the back, helpful? Listen, I'll tell you this. If someone eats, drinks, and sleeps without working, they become unscrewed, and all they want to do is sleep because their body and nerves become weak. Eventually, they reach the point where they can no longer do anything. They take a short walk, and they feel pain. On the other hand, if they work a little and stay active, they strengthen both their legs and their hands. You see, those who love to work do not sleep much, or perhaps they cannot sleep at all due to exhaustion. But they have strength because work toughens them and makes them physically stronger. Work, especially for a young person, means health. I have noticed that some spoiled young men become resilient when they enter the army. The army does them good. This was mostly the case in the past. Today, they are afraid to be strict with soldiers because, as soon as they have to endure a little hardship, they start cutting their veins, having nervous breakdowns. I tell parents to pay someone and send their children to work for them so they can be healthy. It's enough for them to do some work they enjoy. A young man full of life and energy also has intelligence, and if he doesn't work, he becomes lazy. But when he sees others progressing, his ego grows, and he becomes dissatisfied with everything. He is constantly tormented by thoughts, and his mind becomes clouded. Then the devil comes and tells him, "Hey, you lost one, how far behind you have fallen? That one became a professor, the other has his own business and earns money, and you, where will you end up?" And so he drives him into despair. But if he starts working, he will gain confidence in himself, in the good sense of the word. He will see that he too can handle work, and his mind will be occupied with it, freeing him from tormenting thoughts. Thus, two good things are born from this.